My name is Alejandro Chavez, and I have the honor of serving as the extraordinary and plenipotentiary ambassador of Mexico to the Kingdom of Glasstown. It is a privilege to present my first activity report, which reflects the principle of our diplomatic mission that main actions implemented during the first year of and the progress achieved in the protecting human rights and the strengthening trade relations between our two nations. When I arrived to Glasstown, I received a clear mandate from the government of Mexico to represent our country with integrity, promote cooperation based on mutual respects, and ensures that Mexico national aboard and treated with dignity and fairness. Our embassy has worked tirelessly to uphold these goals, combining humanitarian commitment with proactive economic diplomacy. Guiding the principles of formation, our work has been guided by two fundamental pillars. The first is the protection of the human rights, with a special emphasis on the defending of the rights of the human migrants and citizens living in Glasstown. The second is the strengthening of trades and economic relations, with the goal of expanding Mexico's presence in a high-value markets and attracting investments that support sustainable development. Gladstone offers a unique opportunity for Mexico, that its nations with a population of approximately 4.5 million inhabitants, a GPD per capita of around $70,000, and a stable political system under a parliamentary monarchy. These conditions make it valuable partners for cooperation in areas such as renewable energy, technology, and agriculture. The actions implemented to protect human rights. Our embassy launched several concrete initiatives to protect Mexican nationals. We established a 24/7 bilingual hotlines and a rapid response team to assist migrants facing emergencies, detentions, or legal difficulties. This service has already reduced response times and provided legal aid in critical situations. Additionally, we organize mobile consular clinics that visits migrant communities, shelters, and workplaces to provide documentation service like legal information, medical referral. These efforts have helped regularize many individuals and prevent abuses. Another major step was the creation of the training program for police and immigration officials in Glasstown, developed in the collaboration with the international organizations such as the United Nations Office of the High Commissioners of the Human Rights and the International Committee of the Red Cross. This program focuses on non-discrimination, the proper use of force, and the protection of children and women in vulnerable situations. And finally, we began aligning with international instruments such as the Universal Declaration of the Human Rights, the 1951 Refugee Convention, and the International Convention of the Protections of the Human Rights of all migrant workers and members of their families. These agreements from the foundation of our foreign policy ensures the Mexican diplomacy is grounded in respect and human dignity. The strengthening bilateral trade relations, parallel to our human rights efforts, we have taken significant steps to expand economic cooperation with Glasstown. In recent months, we have facilitated meetings between Mexico and exporters and Glasstown's importers, focusing on sectors as energy, agribusiness, and technology. These exchanges have opened up opportunities for Mexico's small and medium-sized enterprises to enter in a new, high and highly competitive market. One of the most important has been proposal from Glasstown Ministry of Economy to begin conversations toward a free trade agreement with Mexico. Such an agreement could be both nations beneficial for both nations by reducing tariffs, increasing and diversifying markets. For Mexico, it will be an open access to a high income economy and attractive sustainable investment in renewable energy and advanced manufacturing. Our embassy has already prepared a roadmap for negotiations to include establish an interministerial working group, organization, technical roundtables, and facilitating business forums. This goal is to have a draft agreement ready to signature before or end of my tenure. Sorry. The main objectives of these potential trade agreements are to promote export diversification and increase the competitiveness of Mexican SMEs, to attract Gladstone investments in sustainable sectors in Mexico, to enhance customs cooperations and technology exchange, and to strengthen bilateral relations through fair and transparent trade practices. The achievements and the challenge during these years, we achieved measurable progress. Mexican citizens in Gladstone have great access to consular assistance, faster legal aid, and more channels for protections. At the same time, Mexico companies have expressed growing interest in entering the Gladstone markets, with several pilot projects already underway in agri-food exports and renewable energy investments. However, challenges remain. Gladstone forces inflationary presence around 4.5 and percent, and legal harmonizations for trade and migration is still a complex process. We must also continue to educate and train local authorities to ensure that the principle of non-discrimination and due process are considerably upheld. Uh, Despite these obstacles, the cooperation between our governments has strengthened. Mutual trust has deepened. Sorry. Glasstown authorities have expressed full willingness to collaborate with Mexico on both humanitarian and commercial fronts. Looking ahead, it's that coming months it will focus on three priorities. The first one is consolidating the bilateral mechanism to migrant and protection and financing a memorandum on humanitarian visas. The second is advancing formal negotiations for the free trade agreement through coordinations, work between the Ministry of Economy, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the Glasstown government. And the third one, continuing to promote Mexico's culture, value, and innovation through public diplomacy initiatives that highlight our shared commitment to human rights and sustainable development. And my final reflection, serving as an ambassador of Mexico to Glasstown, it's both an honor and a profound responsibility. Diplomatic service is not only about representing nations' policies, it's about embodying its values. Every action we take reflects the principles of democracy, respect, and solidarity that defines Mexican people. Protecting migrants and expanding trade are not opposed goals. They are complementary aspects of a foreign policy rooted in justice and cooperation. When we protect our citizens and create fair economic opportunities, we strengthen the reputation of Mexico, a reliable and ethical partner on the global stage. I will continue to work tirelessly to ensure that every Mexican in Glasgow feels supported and every company that seeks to expand abroad finds our embassy a true ally. Together we bring together we build and bring between Mexico and Gladstone a bridge founded on respect, opportunity, and shared prosperity. Thank you.